Hello and welcome to Inspired Word Cafe here on Shaw TV. It feels really good to be on mic tonight. It's been a while since I got to come up here and try to behave myself for 5 minutes at a time. So tonight we have a really special treat. I didn't prepare a poem or anything to read to you of inspiration, so I'm just going to launch right into him because he's the king of inspiration. He is the founder of Inspired Word Cafe. He's one of my really, really close friends and all-around amazing person. Are you guys ready for him? Because he's going to bring it. Okay, put your hands together for the one and only Rawle Iam.
How you guys doing? I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to bring, but I brought some paper. Yeah, this is interesting being the featured because they've asked before and I've always said no, but I guess I couldn't escape this one. So yeah, they've asked. Anyway, I have about 4 or 5 poems I will share with you. And it's funny, as I was trying to decide what to recite tonight, a theme obviously appeared in my poems, everything and nothing. So if you hear that a lot, that's the theme. This first piece I'm going to write, I don't remember when I wrote it. I'm still actually working on it. It says love's eyes, and then I just crossed it out and put in beauty of each moment, because I don't technically name my poems. But anyway, these are just my truth. Take these words as you will. I'll attempt to spin a tale, a new yarn of fire that smits words from the poet's pen into truth. Words crafted from vowels and consonants that describe the feeling that is me. As I search through the clothing of uncertainty and ego that shields the meat suit of my human existence. I search for words to unlock my mind, which seems like an impenetrable vault protecting the crown jewels of conditioned love. Answers elude me as I search high and low for relief, to ease the plague of insanity like a blight of locusts feasting on the goalless harvest of fear. What seems to be answers appear in a dream, multitude of broken images, flashbacks of golden threads of divine intelligence that stirs this voice, this little inkling in my mind that ever so lightly whispers, love thyself. I'm running, being chased by a voice down the elongated hall towards a door that never seems to get closer, hoping to reach and turn the doorknob that reveals my love from within. I hold space and grant myself permission to go beyond my earthly understanding of love. Once again, that voice pops in my thoughts, decreeing that love is just a word with conditions to its meaning. I find myself lost in the fog, slowly looking to latch onto any resemblance of meaning. Does this mean I'm the meaning, the answer? The key to understanding me is me? To look within? Can't be that simple. But why am I so afraid to look within? To step into the abyss of shadows that taunt my every move? Isn't fear just another word in this world's playground? I know this poem is confusing because there is no rhyme or reason. But maybe, just maybe, the answers are in the confusion. For chaos is the process where my purpose is played out in every moment. My every choice built upon the foundation of a previous choice that starts the vortex of a new experience. And since I accept my birth as the start, then logic dictates that one day in this continuum of time and space, an end will be part of my experience. Each end is a transition to a new beginning, another invitation to live life courageously, for both love and fear exist in every moment as a choice. And since I cannot get out of this life alive, I live each moment with all that I am, embracing each transition along the infinite loop that is life. I am the sun in my solar system, whose job is to shine brightly upon the world. The feeling of all things is love. But love is just a word. So I release the expectation of hope, knowing inspiration comes not just from words, but deeds. So I walk inspired and joyfully as I am part of the beauty of each moment, for love's eyes are upon me. Wow. Wow. I haven't read that forever, so that felt good. It feels good to read. Maybe I should do that more. There's a rumor that I'm part of a show with poetry. Hi, folks. Yeah, that was my first piece, and like I said, I'm in the process of listening to Miss Scott here and making some time for myself and my art, and actually doing work on my piece. You can see the corrections on it, because I'm getting ready to put out something, whether it's a book or something. So this next piece, yeah, once again, I don't remember when I wrote it, so don't even ask, and I'll stop telling you. This one I call Blank into Existence. My true nature, heart to heart, each beat a connection to you, for there is no separation. God sees God. I am the creative power that is conscious thought, here to experience all experiences in this ripple of space and time that governs my understanding of love and fear. The construct that is me is woven with the golden thread of creation. My temple houses the insanity of nothing that's forged from everything. I blink into existence this state of confusion to simply grow and learn. My spirit soars on this big blue ball as each moment's reward is an inch closer to its original state of nothing. As in the beginning, light came from dark. The end is only an illusion of my ego's mind. Dark births light as my heart quickens, anticipating the illusion of my perceived truth. But gratitude fills my lungs to the truth that all things is truth. The building blocks of existence coded in my being, for I was created in the image of the one who birthed the dark. Infinity, my Trinity, I am the Father, I am the Son, I am Mother. Three wisdoms that inspire my every breath, as each inhale is life's capacity. Each exhale, a single drop into an ocean of drops that powers the four winds to soothe and gently blow the trees in my forest into a dance of unity. I now know that I only need look within for my memory banks of wisdom. For she exists and always existed and is accessible now, just as my true nature is now, always has been. I did not have to look to the stars for this truth. It's been placed in the hearts of us all. And it's only in the admission of knowing and unlocking this truth, it will set you free and put you on a one-way ticket within. So be patient with your practice of patience, for everything comes from nothing. And I have learned that loving self is the practice of patience. For patience brings you closer to embracing nirvana. And nirvana is not for you after you've taken your last breath. Nirvana is an activity for the living. As I blink into existence, everything from the nothing of my love. Look, Ma, they really like me. That was my Judy Garland. Yeah. No? Really? Oh, okay, you got me good. I was out there on a surfboard by myself. I watched. Hanging 10 in Costa Rica. Yeah, okay. All right, this is my time? Thank you, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's see how this next piece goes. This one I just call Feel. To explore the flow of energies is to feel. But what does it mean to feel? I'm beyond happy and sad, excited, down, ecstatic, lonely. The feeling that is my understanding ripples from the initial moment of existence. Waves crashes over me with bubbling, sparkling feelings as I am reminded of a knowing, a feeling that's unfamiliar in this two-dimensional existence of thinking. It washes over the machinery of my mind as I transcend to see beyond the roller coaster of emotions that no longer serve. Am I still sleeping? Cocooned in a sack of possibilities? I awake to memories of a feeling that is beyond time and space. Eye to eye with my true nature, time expires through the illusion. I see beyond sight. My soul mirrors the understanding, the knowing that is me. I feel beyond all my earthly senses to the sixth. Feeling is the prelude of my every thought, for my being is thought. A thought of feeling, one with its meaning that defines the meaning of my purpose. The dark breathes light into the life of my thoughts, into a feeling beyond life's birth, life's death. For neither matters. The feeling carries on. Feeling is everything. The atmosphere that connects. It is my heart, the flow of mother's tears, the celebration that is life. Feeling springs forth from life, life from feeling. Either way, I was always connected to the feeling, to my love, to my truth. Building on the experiences where right or wrong, good or bad, light and dark, are harbored safely in the turbulent winds of fear as the winds and the waves of wisdom washes over ego's emotions to drown out the old and build anew. My life feels life's love. My love is life. I am feeling. Feeling. I am. So that one poem reminds me of my son Zen, because every time my son and his sister lives in Toronto, every time we get on Skype, he'll ask me to read a poem, and then he'll go, "Dad, your stuff's really deep." So I have no idea. It just comes. I don't sit down to write these things, so blame whoever. This last one I'm going to read because I was just given the flash that time to ban. See? Practice. I'm doing it, man. Oh, my God. And I have extra poems in here that I don't need. This one I wrote just maybe a month ago or so. I call it Suspended Moment. I remember exactly when I wrote it because I was outside having a chat with Mother, and then I had to run inside and grab my phone. The other night, as I'm standing in the light rain, conversing with my higher power in full practice of gratitude for being on the right side of the dirt and the day's experience, clarity showed up to provide a reminder of what matters most. You know that feeling? That feeling when you move your hand just right and you hit one singular raindrop in full flight. That feeling of exhilaration. It's like being a kid again, on the swing, reaching the apex from a push, and just before the descent, there's that moment where you float in a suspended moment. To fully let go of the illusion of control, to be spirit unplugged, to strip away the confines of thought and knowing, to be connected to all existence in that one moment. I can only imagine living that moment and every future moment. To know that freedom must be what that feels like. No pain, no knowing, just being. Letting go to experience the everything and nothing that is life is like hitting that one raindrop. The infinite splash that births my existence is the same energy that propels me through the unknown. For there is no mystery to the universe. The universe is my mind that crafts a series of suspended moments as I blindly navigate through the fog of memories that shapes the illusion of this reality. Anyway, here I am, snapped back into my moment of gratitude, shaking my head in disbelief, questioning the lucid feelings that shapes the reality within my universe. Either way, a glimpse was experienced, a glimpse to the power of the moment, the oneness, stillness, chaotic, playful, noisy, beautiful nature that is life, connecting me to the collective consciousness, connecting me to the collective that wraps me warmly in the blissful ignorance of knowing. So here I stand in the rain, knowing that suspended moment can never be washed away, for that feeling forever ingrained as I fall free on my swing back to zero, floating in yet another suspended moment that is everything and nothing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Inspired Word, for having me. I love you all.
We're joined here with the one and only Rawle James. Thank you for taking photos with me. Thank you for sharing your poems. Let's give him a big round of applause for being so amazing.
No applause, just send money.
Does it feel weird being in this position?
It is.
Being our featured poet finally. I've only been begging you and harassing you and threatening you for a while.
You know, I can only, hold you off for so long. No, it is different. It's weird. It's but then again, it's not, because I guess since the start of the season, Cole and you and Arlene and whoever else has been on the mic. So, I've kind of gotten trained that way to not be on the mic so much anymore, which is cool. So
Yeah, we conditioned it out of you, is what you're saying? Yeah.
Honestly, I really don't miss it, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
That's great. Did you hear that, audience? He doesn't miss any of you.
That's not what I said.
That's what I heard.
I love you all. I really do. No. No, but for 6, 7 years, it was predominantly me on the mic. So it's kind of nice now to have, not kind of, we take the kind of. It's nice to have people to share the mic and not be the only face of IWC. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Thanks, Rawle.
You're welcome.
So tell me.
I knew this was going to happen.
Tell me a little bit about how you got started writing.
I started, poetry anyway. When I used to teach at the Center for Arts and Technology, a professional development program. And just one day in one of my classes, just trying to inspire my students to step out of linear thinking. And, figuring it's an art school, it would be easy to do that, but it wasn't. And, we have a curriculum, and I'm following the script, and I just went off script. Just all I heard was, "You're going to write a poem about your life or one of your experiences," and I actually felt it, saw the thought coming in out of my mouth. It's like, what the? And so I did it, and I said that they're going to have to recite it the next week. And I figured if I'm going to give them that assignment, I wrote a poem.
Awesome.
And it just snowballed from there, and I think the students were just as impressed with the talent that came out, and I said, hey, maybe we should try to showcase to the school, and they said yes, and basically that was how IWC was born. So that's how I started writing.
This was just a couple years ago when you were like 29, 30 years old.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
exactly.
A couple years, yeah.
Not.
Who are your favorite poets?
You.
Thank you.
Dash. It's funny. I had a feeling you were going to ask that question, and I was giving it some thought. And everyone wants to say, I definitely I like D.H. Lawrence. I love Whitman, Maya Angelou, and then some of the other classics. But I'm truly caught up in the moment, and I try to live my life in the moment. And I love the poets that I get to hang out with, like yourself, like Dash. So the poets that grace IWC, I'm a huge fan. I stand there in awe and just amazed at the talent and what pours out of them, and I'm still amazed that they add my name as a poet next to people like yourself, because I just think you're brilliant. So, no disrespect to the Shakespeares and those guys, but my favorite poets are the...
compete with Aaron Scott.
Exactly, exactly. Shakespeare?
Who's Shakespeare?
Who's Shakespeare?
Right?
Shakespeare. Aaron's the babe. No. But no, it's true. I think it's important to really embrace the ones that are doing it right now, because we're going to be the classics down the road. It's not for us to decide. It's going to be for future generations. So.
Yeah, I always appreciate that about you, that you're really focused on who is here now. And I think it is easy to get caught up. Even my daughter was telling me that somebody came to her school to sing songs, and how I was like, oh, I don't know that person. Who is it? She's like, they're like here famous, you know? Like they're not like here famous, but they're like here famous. It's like, what does this even mean, you know?
Must be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, speaking of my daughters, normally this is when I get into kind of some of the crazy questions. I've asked the audience for questions before, but tonight I haven't been with my children for a while. I thought I'd ask them for their genius insight, so here we go. Question 1 from Lennon. Are you rich?
I am.
You are rich.
I'm rich in life and love. To me, the things that matter most, friends. I've got 3 brilliant children. I've had lots of love in my life. Yeah, I'm a rich man.
Oh, you're so sweet. She would really like that answer.
That's why I love her.
Yeah, I know. And then she'd bat her eyelashes at you and turn red and run away. She does it every time. It's adorable.
We have a thing.
Yeah. Okay, and her second question is, do you like to be interviewed?
I don't know if it's so much I like it. I'm just used to it.
Right.
You know, I don't seek the individual glory, but I accept that, you know, what we do, that's part of it. So it's not so much I like it, I just accept that's part of the territory.
Right. And now on to Mackenzie, my 3-year-old's questions. When you're puking, does that mean you need to stay in bed with a bowl and water in it?
When I'm puking...
Does that mean you need to stay in bed with a bowl with water in
With water, like I'm a dog.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think if you're puking,
Right.
more than likely you should...
Probably stay in bed.
At least stay home.
Yeah, right? It's
Yeah.
probably
Whether
a
you
safe
stay
bet.
in bed, that's a different story.
Maybe the couch.
Maybe the
Okay,
couch.
I'll
I
tell
think
her the couch.
Or somewhere near the bathroom.
Right. Okay, and her second question is, why is your hat inappropriate?
I don't think my hat's inappropriate.
I mean, it's amazing that you're wearing a hat. 'Cause
My hat, I don't know. It's not inappropriate. I don't consider it a hat. I don't know if she wants me to wear a hat.
what do you think a 3-year-old's version of an inappropriate hat is exactly? That's good, especially Mackenzie's.
A hat with a cat's bum on. I don't know.
Oh, she would love that.
I think she would. I think like a 3-year-old. So this is why we're connected, right?
Yeah, totally. Okay, and the final question comes from Lennon. Do you have a pet?
I do. My roommate, I've adopted my roommate's cat called Sterling.
Nice.
So Sterling and I have a really cool relationship because he would bug my roommates until they give in and give him, you know, wet food.
Right.
I'm like, you've got food, go eat it. He'll look at me, I'll look at him, I'll point. He'll look at me, I'll point, then he'll go, okay, I get it. Then he'll go eat. But in other areas, I indulge him. Like right now, he's itching to go back outside. Inching, I should say, because he's been in all winter. And so, you know, I indulge. I'll open the window for him just to let him smell the air.
Nice.
The other day, I opened the door, and he just stood there. And I go, are you going to make a move? And he's like, no. I just indulge. So we have a cool, I like Sterling. He's a good-looking cat.
Oh, nice.
Kind of reminds me of me.
Awesome. Where can we find more of your work, Rawle?
I don't know. There's this place called the Inspired Word Cafe.
Is there? Tell us more.
You might want to check it out. I'm, taking your advice. I'm actually going to make some time, in my schedule to actually focus on my poetry and my photography. So I'd written self-published my first book a while back, but it's time for something with all the stuff that's been coming out to be put out. So, go to theinspiredwordcafe.com and stay tuned.
Cool. And that's a wrap for us tonight. Thank you, Rawle, for being our feature. We love you so much. Thanks for putting up with my children's interview questions.
It was cool.
As Rawle said, you can find more of us at inspiredwordcafe.com or on YouTube. Thanks, you guys, and have a wonderful night.